Mon Mothma, Mon Mothma. Guess who's coming to dinner tonight? Mon Mothma, Mon Mothma. Guess who's coming to dinner tonight?
With MakingStarWars.net.
Hey, Internet. There's a couple of things I wanted to throw out today that I thought were fun that kind of happened after yesterday's show. And first was this little Andor poster hit that I thought was neat. You know, it's kind of throwbacky a little bit. Oops, not what I meant to do. But it, has that old-timey Star Wars vibe to it. And I think that's pretty neat for what it is. I think it might have been Star Wars Meg who said it had like that 1990 Star Wars novel cover feel. And I would agree with that if that's who. I think it was Meg who said it. And I would agree with that. It definitely does have that kind of look to it. The other thing that I wanted to hit on were a couple of the databank entries, but there was this thing from Vanity Fair, this article a little bit ago, and it's about Mon Mothma, and it says it would be a spoiler to reveal how that relationship plays out, but Gilroy and O'Reilly are willing to describe the origin of this mismatched couple in advance. They were married at 16. That is a very big thing in Chandrilla, Gilroy says. She has a daughter. It was somewhat of an arranged marriage. So we have Mon Mothma being married at 16, becoming a senator, and she has a daughter. Well, in the trailer, the final trailer from D23, I think it was the D23 final trailer, we see the shot of Vel Sartha, and Vel is, of course, showing up for some reason. I don't have it on my computer now. Good job, Jason. You're fired. Vel Sartha is in that freaking trailer. Let me drop it on over again. And so with that in mind, we end up with Vel Sartha looking very fancy in Mon Mothma's apartment. And so I guess you could make an argument that if there's an age discrepancy, but I don't really think so, because Mon Mothma, teen mom, we don't really know how old what's her name supposed to be, Sartha supposed to be. The biggest thing going against it is the last name not being Sartha, but there could be reasons for that. It could be her undercover rebel name, so that way it's not like, I'm Mon Mothma's daughter, I'm Vel Mothma. Or it could be that she's married as well at 16 on Chandrilla to somebody else named Sartha. So there's a lot of possibilities and potential here for that. And I don't really think if this character, I'm in the she's Mon Mothma's daughter camp, because her being in the apartment's stupid. If it's her daughter, it's on. It makes sense. You could justify it easily. Imperial spies, her daughter's coming to her mom's house. Not that big of a deal. But if it's some rando, rebel agent who's been doing attacks and stealing arms, stuff like that, they don't, because Mon Mothma doesn't know what they know. That's the whole thing about this time. So I'm going to go with it's highly likely, if not, super likely, that is her daughter. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Right now, those are just the some thoughts that we have. and we'll see how it pans out. And then lastly, some of the episode guide stuff hit for the 4th episode, and some of the stuff from the earlier parts, but a couple of things just I think that are worth reiterating. The Canary, a mid-rim planet from the attention of core worlds, Canary is marked by lush jungle vistas, ground-rich and valuable mineral deposits, and environmental devastation. Plunderers have carved up the land in years past, leaving disaster in their wake and small tribes of orphans left to survive on their own. So when it says plunderers, I think it means corporations. I mean, it could mean pirates and things like that too, obviously, but probably more likely corporations coming in to take resources from the planet for the Empire, or for at this point before the Empire, but for the war effort that's going to come, for the Separatists, for the Republic at first, whatever. And so you end up with all of these probably enslaved parents who then died in the accidents. There's probably no regulations, and they perished. And then Perrin Firtha. So Perrin Firtha. That's his name. So there we go. Perrin Firtha, husband and consort to Senator Mon Mothma of Chandrilla, is charming but superficial, a far cry from his idealistically motivated and conscientious wife. Perrin rather enjoys the trappings of cosmopolitan Coruscant life afforded to him by their situation, if not the work required to maintain it. So it's like, yeah, they are not being kind to him, to say the least. You know, I mean, when you really get down to it, they're basically calling him a piece of shit. And I think he's gonna die. You know, I don't see him making it through this whole thing. In fact, he might be what actually ends up like getting Mon Mothma exposed, is sort of my working theory at the moment. You know, if I had to guess, that's what it would be. And a lot of these screenshots were posted from the StarWars.com article, but by Matt Risman in Star Wars Meg's Discord. So thank you to both of them for, you know, fostering the environment for me to see this stuff. I appreciate it a lot. And this one right here is the other fun one. Clea Markey, the concierge at Luthen's Rails Galactic Antiquities, and Objects of Interest Gallery. Clea Markey is a master of disguise. At the shop, Clea works out front, assisting customers and restoring precious artifacts. But when called upon, she is the perfect emissary, messenger, and enforcer for Luthen's spy operation. With a highly attenuated intuition and unflinching commitment to the rebel cause. So, you know, there's a lot of theories going around that she is the sister of Cassian. On this one, I think I have to jump through too many hoops to make it work. I wouldn't hate it if she was. I'd be fine with it. That would be interesting, you know, but there's a lot of hoops. Hey, how's it going, Baymax? There's a lot of, you know, Occam's razoring. That one's really difficult. The other things, not as hard, not so much. But that one, yeah, I have extreme doubts that that could be the case. But it's so possible. Hey, old boy, how's it going? So is Clea the one girl who I said looked like Leia? Yeah. That's the Leia clone, the one that people early on, or some people early on, thought was her. And it's obviously their names sound the same. So, and I'd even say, I don't know about the actor's like an innate personality, but she does look, you know, she does have that kind of look, you know. And The other thing that I wanted to before I forget too is I know these are like Star Wars names, but Perrin Firtha and Vel Sartha sound like they are from the same world to me as well. I forgot to add that in. And Mon Mothma. Mothma, Firtha, Sartha. They sound like they're all probably from Chandrilla. And so I think there's a lot going in that. I think Tony Gilroy may have said a little bit too much when revealing that Mon Mothma had a daughter, more than they intended. Maybe they wanted everybody to talk about it. I don't know. But I mean, if they did, this one was really easy to find out or to figure out if we are accurate on this stuff, right? And then we got Edie Karn. Edie Karn raised her son Cyril to succeed after a botched mission to Ferrix cost him his job with Primor corporate security. The ever-judgmental Edie coldly welcomes him home to Coruscant, berating her son, yet still willing to work what connections she has to ensure his prosperity. So, yeah, I think we're gonna see her. I think that's going to be pretty fun, and if not, a little bit hilarious. As Cyril gets slapped around by his mom. Hey, Fran, how are you? So yeah, that's like pretty much like the gist of what I wanted to hit on today. Hi, Penny. Want to say hi, Penny? Say hi. My name is Penny, and I like to dance. Woo-hoo! Bye, Penny. I love you. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, those were like the news things that I found to be exciting since the last show that I did, and I wanted to like touch on because I didn't want to wait till Monday on those ones. I thought they were like too cool and just too cool to leave sitting around. And we'll be back on Monday to talk about it. If anything else breaks, I'll be back on to like talk about that too. But I kind of think it'll be quiet until Monday as we get ready to go to the next episode. But so everyone, have a good weekend. Be cool. Stay in school. And thanks for hanging out with me for this short 12-minute episode today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.